Liberation Day is upon us as Donald Trump slams massive tariffs on nearly every country in the world outside of a few rocks in the Pacific and the Vatican. Is it too early to dream of buying something at Walmart that is not made in China? So I've been calling these the nuclear tariffs, and indeed they were much bigger than markets or trade partners expected, with the Dow falling 4,000 points as globalized companies face the prospect of completely rebuilding their supply chains or paying billions on everything they import. Note that stock markets only represent existing globalized companies. They do not represent the future companies that will make it in America. In other words, the stock market is not the economy. Now, most countries got 10%, but our biggest trade partners got whacked. Europe got a 20% tariff. UK got the friend price of 10 thanks to Brexit. Canada and Mexico stay at 25, but note most of their exports are exempt from any tariffs under USMCA, Trump's NAFTA replacement. Japan, Korea, and Taiwan got rates between 24 and 32%. Even Israel got 17%. Vietnam, where Chinese companies hide out to avoid the old tariffs, got 46%, and China itself got 54% tariffs. That's the old 20 plus a new 34 on top. Now, Trump's formula was billed as capturing all the tariff and non-tariff barriers like currency manipulation. In reality, it was literally trade deficit divided by imports. So take our $63 billion deficit with Japan, divide by the $136 billion we import from Japan, and it's 46%. That's 63 over 136. Cut that in half, squint, and Trump called it 24% tariff on Japan. Mainstream economics professors had a field day making fun of the equation, but the logic's actually decent. If we have a deficit with you, find a way to fix it, buy our stuff, export less. We don't really care how you do it. Now, Trump billed the tariffs as ushering a golden age of trade parity that brings more investment and jobs to Americans. Stock market saw it different. The Dow fell nearly 7%. For perspective, the Dow fell a quarter in the first month of the 2008 crisis, closer to 30% in the first month of COVID. So 7 is not the end of the world, but it is pretty rough for 2 days. So what's next? Brought to you by OnChain.com. The first question is whether Trump's playing art of the deal, using tariffs to get other countries to behave. Or is he genuinely trying to reindustrialize America? If it's art of the deal, it will work. Other countries will drop tariffs, with China and Europe putting up rearguard fights. On the other hand, reindustrialization needs 2 things. First, that the tariffs will last. If Trump's going to remove them next month, he can't build a factory on that. The other thing is reindustrialization needs major reforms to make it genuinely attractive to produce in America, as in mass repeal of crony regulations and big, beautiful tax cuts, especially for small business and manufacturing. Without regulatory and tax relief, tariffs alone will fail. The world is littered with failed tariff walls from Brazil to Africa, where they did not make it genuinely attractive to produce. Now, Trump and Doge are doing great on the regulatory front, even with Obama judges trying to fight democracy. But the other ball, taxes, is squarely in the court of Congress, which is a scary thought. A new podcast just dropped, rounding up all these stories from last week. Search Peter St. Onge wherever you enjoy your podcasts. So Kay will be watching. See you next time.